Okay. Hi guys, thanks for coming to a very quick but hopefully beneficial class where we will do some stretches and some light core. No hand weights needed, so if you don't have anything, that's great. You just need a mat and just patience for doing some moving of things. So we're gonna start, instead of standing, I know we do a lot of standing things, kneeling down. So bring yourself on your mat long way so you've got room to go in front of you on the knees, and we're just going to do a nice reach up overhead. So this is already getting a little bit of that quad stretch, big reach up overhead stretch, and then exhale, lower the arms down, plug the palms onto the mat, and then bring your toes to a tucked under position because we're going to pop the hips on up for a down dog stretch. So make sure you got a nice hand plant down, high five, and then lift the hips up. Once you're up in that lifted position, just pedal the knees out. So we're just doing a little knee drop right, knee drop left. And then we'll make our way back on down in 3, 2, and 1. Bend both knees on down. And then from here, walk the arms out a little bit further because we're going to take the hips and drop them forward. Let the toes from now, this position, straighten and flatten out. And then feel the hips stretch as you open up from the chest and shoulders, like your mini cobra stretch or swan stretch. There's so many names. Don't worry about the names. Just try to let yourself feel nice in your hips and low back. If it doesn't feel good, you might need to move the hands a little further out. But we're going to then scale back onto those heels for a child's pose in 3, 2, and 1. Extend, send those hips back and down. Let your head relax. Just try to feel the stretch from the back of the head and your neck for a couple of counts before we take it onto those hands and tippy toes for your first plank of the day. Or maybe it's like your second or fifth, 12th, I don't know. But just give yourself credit for trying something, and let's bring it back on up to those hands. Stretch the right leg back and the left leg. So you're now into a plank. Pull your shoulders back away from your ears. Tighten up in those abs. And then from this position, I just want you to lengthen the right leg up to the sky. Hold the hips a little higher and then pulse it. So we're just doing 4 pulses a piece on each leg, but trying to keep the hips nice and even as we lift. Once you've done those 4 extensions and lifts up, both toes back on down, tense up in your core a ton, and then drop to those elbows. So you're now onto your forearms for that forearm elbow plank. And then we do the same thing that we just did. So tense up in the abs, this time flex the heel up for 4, pulse for 3, 2, and 1, drop that foot on down. Same thing, other side, pulse up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you guessed a pattern, and you're on to what we're doing, we're going to lift back up on up to those hands one more time. Now we're going to extend out to the right side 4 times to tap it, pull, or you can just hover. I'm just hovering today for 3, 2, and 1. Just a little lateral movement for the hip and the leg and oblique, and the other side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the good news is this time we're not going to do a leg move. We just drop back down to the forearms. Hold it. Take a really nice breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth, and then pulse the hips down a little, up a little. This is a 10-second pulser, and then you don't have to do any more. There's your 8. Just keep breathing. There's your 6. Then 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down onto those knees, and then take your second child's pose. Stretch back onto those heels and let the arms lengthen out. Taking a nice moment with a big inhale. Exhale, let the arms come back, and then do that nice stretch up to the sky again. So big reach up overhead. Exhale, let that air out. Let it go, let it go. Shake out the hands, then flip over onto your tailbone. From here, we're going to stretch both legs out in front of us. So try to think of the toes stretching out. Try to think of almost like you're being pulled away. Toes are going to point. Pull the abs in. Find yourself hinging back so we've got a nice diagonal spine. If the arms are available to reach, go ahead, reach those arms. Core is in. Lower down a little, up a little. We're just doing 5 seconds here, and then you're going to flex the heels in 4, and then same exact thing. 3, 2, and 1. So hold that length back. Make sure you're still trying to zip up the belly button in, flex the heels, and then pulse again. We just have these lovely 5. Breathe And this will take us right into a forward fold for 4, in 3, neutral the feet in 2. Keep breathing. Here's your 1. Big stretch up, relax the feet, and then exhale, go into your forward fold stretch. And as always, it's not about how far down you can get on this. It's just about trying to release more tension up from the neck and the back. And honestly, just taking some time for yourself to move and do what your body is allowing you to kind of sort of do. We're going to lift back on up again, but this time we're going to stretch out. So bring the right knee into your chest. Give that knee a little hug. And then just gently pull back to the side. And then bring it back into the middle and slightly across. So it's a little bit of that pull from the hip. You're going to feel inner thigh open a little. And then pull in and across. And then we'll do that just one more time. Trying to get some mobility in from the hip. Let that leg lengthen back out. And then same thing other side. So just that good pull in. You can kind of give it like a little tug back if that feels okay. And then open to the side. This might not feel super great if you're really, really tight in the hips. So if that's you today, you're like, yes, that's okay. That's normal. Just again, working and trying to do some movement to help open that up is great. So again, give yourself a pat on the back. Just get one more open and then bring that leg right back in and then stretch that leg out. Do a little foot wiggle again. Pull the belly button in. Hinge back one more time so the back is flat, you're seated upright, and then from here, imagine you're holding like a really nice present or a gift or something. Reach over that left side, lower like you're about to drop it, then don't do it, then bring it back up, rotate back center, other side, twist through the torso and spine, little drop down, lift up. I mean, if you do have hand weights and you want to go crazy with it and add some weights for this, that's awesome, go for it, but I'm not forcing you. Do it again. It's feeling good here and now, or just at least for the next, not even 15 seconds of your day. Just getting that opening, lifting. You got to come out of it, come out of it. Just modify it if you need by doing less of a drop down and less of a rotation. That's fine. But you've got just one more on this side. Yay, that side's done. One more on the other side. Breathe and then bring it back to the middle. And then from here, last pulse. Point the toes. Now flex the toes, keep pulsing. Then one more time, point the toes, and then we're flexing. Here's your 3, 2, and 1. Sit on up, sit on up. This time, point the toes down, circle the arms down and around, flex as you come back into that pull. Try to grab the tops of those feet back on the flex if you're able to. If you're like, I cannot reach that far, pretend like you can. Do the best you're able to, and just try to emphasize that pull back on the heel. Just for a couple more seconds. Just another 4. Maybe you can drop the elbows down. It's going to hurt a little, but sorry. Last 2. And 1. Then release, release. Yay. And then from here, go ahead. Slide the right heel in. Slide the left heel in. Pull the elbows to the insides of your hips. Drop down. And then just take a little, like a weeble wobble side to side. Just getting that rounded spine as you do that little side to side for the hips. And then we'll take it all the way back onto our backs next in 3, 2, and 1. So you can either help the knees come together, let the legs stretch out, then lay down onto your back, or you can kind of pull the knees in. Because what we're going to do here is that single leg pull and kick. So right now I'm pulling back behind my knees to stretch the hamstrings. When you're ready, let go of that. Release one leg out, head, neck, and shoulders up, and then pull back in on that knee that's lifted. Pull, pull, and then switch. Pull, pull, and then switch. So it's that exhale, and then just trying to get some movement, belly button to spine. If this is too intense, do not do it. You can modify. Easy mod is just to take the kick higher, and then if that's still too much, drop the head down. You can relax the head the entire time. Let the neck have a little break, but just trying to get some movement from the hips left and right. Just about 15 more seconds here. Big breathing in through the nose. Maybe you want to omit that double pull. You can just do a single. For 8, that's at least what I'm going to go to. In 6, head goes down. Here's 4, 3, you're almost there. 2, and 1. Let the head come down. Whatever knee you happen to have closest, bring it to your chest and then gently across the body. Just hold it for a count or 2. Bring it back to the middle and then reopen that hip to the side. We'll do that one more time. So you're just getting some mobility and movement again from the hip, across, and then bring it back in, then open it, Yay. And then once you're in the center, drop that leg, slide that foot out, and swap it on up, other leg, bring it on in, take a little pull back towards your chest, maybe the shoulders are kind of creeping up, relax the shoulders, and then across your body, almost like you're going to do a spinal twist stretch, and then don't, just do a little movement, open, pull back in, and then reopen, yeah, feeling how nice it is in the pelvis, and again, the hip, just thinking of that pull across, nice for the spine, just to slow it down for a moment. Breathe, pull, pull, pull. And then after that, come back into the middle, and we'll just finish out with one more. Both legs are nice and long. Arms for this one reach right up above where your chest is. Tense up in the core, so tighten up in your center. Peel your head, neck, and shoulders up. Slight reach forward, so it's a little bit of a rounded spine. Then from here, left leg in, right leg in, yay. And then we're going to do a full pull, and then right back down, head, neck, and shoulders lower. So tuck the pelvis under and then try to pull deeper from those lower abdominals to bring it on up. If you want to do this harder, the more intense option is to let the toes tap down before doing that lift up crunch. But I'm just sticking with the regular today for another 10 seconds. Pulling in, all you need. All right. And then we'll just take it after this one into a seated stretch. So good job. Last 5. You're almost there. Last 4, 3, 2. No holding, no pulsing. Just get one more in. There's your 1. Yay. And then drop it down. Relax those feet. Relax and your brain because you did it. You can either rock like a ball to come up to a seated position or just pop yourself on up. And then I'm going to have us finish out today. We just get one more really nice butterfly stretch. So soles of those feet connect in, shoulders relax. Take a moment here to let the hips and knees do what they want to do. And we're just reaching up to the sky. Big breath in, big breath out. Let it go, let it go. And then that is it. Shake it out, shake it out.